the unforgettable rainy day of my life. There are days that change you, moments that leave a mark on your soul. For me, one of those days arrived unexpectedly, under the cover of dark clouds and heavy rain. It was a day that started like any other, but turned into an adventure I would never forget. This is the story of that unforgettable rainy day, where I not only faced the storm, but also found someone who needed my help. The morning was quiet, with only a gentle breeze brushing against my face. But as I walked to school, the sky darkened, and a sense of anticipation filled the air. It wasn't long before the first drops of rain began to fall. I hurried my pace, but within minutes, the drizzle turned into a torrential downpour. The rain was relentless, soaking me to the skin as I struggled to keep moving forward. The streets were quickly flooding, and I was almost ready to give up and turn back home. But then, out of the corner of my eye, I saw something that made me stop in my tracks. There, huddled under a small tree, was a tiny, shivering puppy. Its fur was matted and soaked, and it looked up at me with big, scared eyes. My heart broke for the little creature. Without thinking twice, I ran over and scooped it up, shielding it from the rain with my jacket. The puppy was so small and fragile in my arms, and I could feel it trembling from the cold. I knew I couldn't leave it there, alone in the storm. I looked around, trying to think of what to do. The only option was to take it with me to school, where I could at least dry it off and give it some warmth. As I carried the puppy through the rain, it snuggled close to me, finding comfort in my arms. The storm raged on, but I didn't care about the wet clothes or the cold anymore. All that mattered was keeping the puppy safe. I felt a sense of purpose and determination, knowing that I was helping a creature in need. When I finally reached the school, I rushed inside, dripping water everywhere. My classmates stared at me in surprise as I gently dried the puppy with a towel I found in the nurse's office. The little dog's eyes brightened, and it wagged its tail weakly, as if to say, "Thank you." Throughout the day, I kept the puppy by my side, feeding it some of my lunch and letting it rest in a warm corner of the classroom. My teacher was understanding, and even my classmates offered help, bringing bits of food and petting the puppy gently. By the end of the day, the puppy had perked up, its tail wagging more vigorously as it walked alongside me. As the rain finally stopped and the sun began to shine, I knew I had to take the puppy home. I named it Stormy, in honor of the day we met. Walking home with Stormy by my side, I felt an overwhelming sense of happiness and fulfillment. I had faced the storm, but more importantly, I had made a difference in the life of a little creature who needed help. That rainy day is unforgettable, not just because of the storm, but because it taught me the power of kindness and the joy of helping others. It was a day that started with a challenge and ended with a new friend, a day that showed me the beauty in caring for those who cannot help themselves.